Hello, hello! Welcome everyone to another World of Warships Legends video. We are in the Sea of Fortune. I am rocking the Brandenburg. This is Phoenix 6-1. Make sure to follow the channel, guys. We're doing World of Warships videos every day. Yeah, that helps me out. Because I'm just a little guy here on this big thing called YouTube, right? Oh man, in classic fashion, I was one of those people that was like coming back from peeing or something, and so I'm not going right, but here we go. There. So yeah, so this is the best game I could have in the Brandenburg this past week with the Azure Lane Bismarck commander, right? So I had said, and this is my last German battleship video for the week, I promise. Sorry. But so I rocked a few others. We did Bismarck and we did Pommern earlier in the week, right? So, and just the reason for it was because I said that, like, you know, if I didn't get Azure Lane Bismarck, the commander, like from my free Azure Lane crate that you get from the campaign that's currently going on, that's currently ending this week, right? That I would buy the Azure Lane Bismarck. That was my personal top choice for out of all the Azure Lane Wave 5 commanders. So we did go ahead and get it, and that is the build we are rocking right now. So we'll go through it at the end of the game, of course. But yeah, so we'll see if we can't get a nice cheeky cheap shot on this Lepanto here. We got 2 ricochets on the Lion, so that was useless, right? But yeah, so yeah, I mean, you know, like German battleships, I'm not the greatest with these guys, but they're definitely fun. Like I definitely have fun playing with them. It's fun to rock these brawler builds or these secondary battery builds, right? Like it's always fun. But yeah, they're definitely like if I need to win, I'm not playing as these guys very often. If I like absolutely want the win, right? But it is fun when you do win, right? Like, yeah, but yeah. So I'm not sure what this cruiser in front of us is doing. I mean, I'm guessing he's being cautious, which is good for a cruiser, right? But he might be a little too far up. I don't know. He's taking shots here. We'll take a shot at this Republic, and then we'll keep moving in. So my plan here is to take a hard left here right before this island to see if we can't help get in the zone and help capture it. But I'm not sure what this cruiser's plan is, so he might kind of be in our way. Alright, if he's going to turn, we'll go in, we'll duck in behind him here. And then, yep, we're taking shots from across the map here too, so we got to be kind of careful and weary about what's out there. And we'll take another shot here at the Republic. Sometimes I'm firing HE shells with this ship just because, you know, like it's a secondary battery build. First of all, oh man, he took a big hit. It's a secondary battery build to start with, right? So the range and accuracy is not that great. And then, you know, like some of these ships they're just, you know, if it's not a good broadside shot, sometimes I think it makes, you know, with this ship, with this build, sometimes I think it makes more sense to shoot HE, but we are still shooting AP in this scenario, right? And then I was just checking my detectability range there, because I was like, you know what, if I can get away with, you know, kind of repositioning here without being spotted, because I know ultimately, like, my team's gonna need, you know, there's the Republic's running away. There's this other battleship that's kind of heading in, and then there's got to be a destroyer out there somewhere. This Lion's heading in. So I'm like, at some point, I'm gonna have to, like, the battle's gonna end up like in the middle of the map or on the other side of the map, right? So I'm wanting to get turned around to kind of just plan for that, planning for the future here, right? And then, yeah, so, like, I'm holding off shooting my guns at the Republic so that we don't get spotted, right? So he's right in between that sweet spot. He's just outside of our normal spotting range, but if we shoot, we're going to get spotted here, right? So, but now we're angled enough that it's not going to be a big deal if he shoots at us, right? We still got most of our health, almost all of it, right? And a whole 2 overpens we get on him, right? Always a good time. Then yeah, see, we can help out with the Lion back there. He's gonna get within secondary battery range. We'll put out the fire since we're moving away from where I suspect the destroyer is, right? And then, yeah, we're going to push into the middle of the map, which isn't always the brightest idea. Yep, there's that destroyer, and then the other one popped up on the mini-map here, too, over by the C spot, right? So I like to call it the C spot, because it sounds like G. Yep, yeah, you guys get it, right? Then I was hoping this cruiser was going to be over here, and that we'd be able to pick on him, but it looks like he's not. Yeah, there was that cruiser in B, and I just don't know where he went. But that was my like goal for moving into this position, right? But if you look at the mini map, and then you can see these, the Vladivostok. I know I can't pronounce the ship names. Like there's a good, none of those guys can hit us, right? So we've got cover here, right? So Zone A is capped, and I kind of felt confident that my team on that side would be able to kind of handle what's over there. So I'm like, let's move this way. And then, yeah, there it is. It's a Congress. I don't know why he kept going. Alright, so they got rid of the Lion. Congress looks like he's going to keep moving. So, yeah, I don't know if that guy, like, was thinking the same thing as me. And he's like, oh, I need to go over and help on the opposite side. So that's what we end up doing here. And then, so, like, I keep pressing forward here, which is probably, hindsight's 2020, right? Like... a little bit of a mistake, but I'm like, I was thinking this Russian battleship would press in towards me, right? And he ends up not doing that. So, because I was like, okay, we could get torpedoes off on him if he comes down this way, but he's gonna turn away. So now it's like, oh man, I wish I had that AP loaded for him. But we trigger the secondary battery booster, and of course we turn in towards him, right, so that we're not angled poorly, right? So that mitigated plenty, quite a bit of damage there. And then this Missouri is almost broadside to us. He looks broadside from here, but if you look at the mini map, he's got a decent angle, right? So, but we do get 3 penetrations. You can't ask for much more than that with this ship and this build, right? And then he's going to be just out of torpedo range, but as you can see, classic Brandenburg, the torpedoes on our starboard side, right? They're already gone. Like those torpedo tubes have already been destroyed, right? So, yep, don't have those to rely on anymore. We'll take our shot at the Zuma here, right? We're still, like, secondary batteries still hitting them, right? I do feel like you do get with the Azure Lane Commander, Azure Lane Bismarck, the dispersion is better on the secondary battery, So, like, I do feel like I'm getting more of the hits are landing, but... I mean, who knows? It's always a crapshoot, right? But I'm like, all right, we're gonna need zones here. Like, we're down on ships. We're gonna need some points. We need some things to happen. I probably should have stayed over on the other side, help my team out over there. But yeah, so Missouri is pressing in, so we're gonna make sure we get angled so that we don't get whooped by him, right? Because he's gonna be looking at us. Secondaries are going to town. We get a decent hit with our main batteries, and then you got to keep an eye on the ships on the other side, right? So I'm going to keep turning so that we angle right. I always love it when both sides of the ship are firing secondary batteries, like. And then, this Missouri, I'm going to guess he's going to keep moving. He knows we got torpedoes, right? But we'll take the shot in case he, like, runs into the island or something, like, whatever. But yeah, he gets an awesome hit on us. So that's our first good chunk of damage lost there, of health lost. And then, yeah, I feel like we did kind of luck out. That battleship over on the B cap wasn't picking on us, at least not too much. All right, so what's Missouri going to do here? So I want to move into the zone. I want the points, right? Like, this is a close game as it is. You know me, I love me some close games. And then there is still that cruiser out there, so I'm kind of hoping he pops up. He's got to be what's picking us up right now. Yep, there he is. I just need some decent hits. Like, this is where it's like, all right, man, I wish I had some better main guns. Like, that's such a, but yeah, we get a whole $4,000 on him. But the secondaries are in range. And then the other thing, too, with this, oh yeah, our other battleship hit him pretty good. Nice job. And the other thing, too, with this build, this commander has that extra perk that's like, while the secondary batteries are either aiming or firing, so like right now, you take less damage. It's like an 8% less like damage from like shells or something. Like it's not a lot, but like it makes a difference, right? In these types of situations, I'm sure that's helping me out quite a bit here, especially since we're getting our butts kicked at this point. Like I need every tiny little bit of health we can get. So I see the Missouri slowing down, so I'm gonna fire behind him, right? Or in front of him, right? So he'll. I'm hoping he keeps moving, but man, he must have the like engine. Propulsion mod, because he started moving forward pretty quick there. And then I'm slowing down here. I'm trying to stay in the zone to see if we can't get this capture. I don't know if one of those torpedoes. Yeah, I don't know if we would have gotten the hit there. But our other battleship finished him off. We'll give him a nice work. So we're sitting here with 0 kills. Yeah, I was like, oh, that one looked like it would have hit him, but then it hit the land there, so I don't think it would have. So we're spotted. It's a destroyer left, and so I'm sure. Oh, yeah, Ostergotland. I'm sure it'll take one hit for us to die, right? But we'll see if we can't back up and get the zone cap now, anyway. And then yeah, now it went from like being a close game to like like my team mopped up over at A, so maybe I did make the right call by by leaving them over there, right? But yeah, we did our fair share of damage here, 95,000 damage, and then yeah, so their destroyer, he took a nice cheeky shot at us right as he was ducking behind the island there. That is totally a Phoenix 6-1 move. I would definitely do that too. Get the defend banner, right? Like he kept us from capping the zone for just that little bit more, right? And then yeah, we're not spotted, so I'm imagining he's kind of moving, in this direction here, right, where we're shooting torpedoes. So, if he really wants to come in and challenge the zone, I could send torpedoes, but yeah, I mean, he'd have to really be pressing in hard, right? So I'll just stay here for as long as we're not spotted, right, to see if we can't get the zone capped. And then, of course, now if he shoots, he's not behind the land anymore, so he would get spotted and we'd be able to get shots off on him, right? Just wait 40 more seconds and we'll have our secondary booster ready. But yeah, so I mean, if anything, we're going to win on points here if he doesn't make his move, but yeah. Where are you at? There he is. Almost full health, too. Yeah, see. So I would definitely do this. Like, you're gonna lose, you might as well have some fun with it. Get some shots. See if you can't finish off the battleship that's low on health, right? Is he gonna get? Yeah, he got our Rasoya. Yeah. Can we finish him before points run out? No, we can finish him. Somebody's gonna shoot him. The secondaries are working great here. Yeah, and I feel like we're getting hits. Yeah, there's another hit. Like we're getting secondary battery hits on a destroyer that's far out, right? Like, so like, I feel like this commander is like good. Was it worth the 5,000 doubloons? Like maybe not. Like I feel like the paid commanders and ships, it's always kind of like, yeah, we get close quarters expert there, nice. I feel like with the paid commanders, it's always kind of like, there's nothing you can't overcome by just being a little bit better player, right? Like, yeah. You get it, right? So that puts us up over 100,000 damage there, and we'll see. And then we finally got a kill, right? And that does put us on the top spot for the leaderboard. Hey-o! I think the zone captures are probably what helped the most, right? And then we do come out on top, 300 grand in silver. And then, yeah, like I said, we'll go through how we have the commander set up for this as the Azure Lane Bismarck. So if you're interested in this commander, these Azure Lane Wave 5 commanders will be gone after this week, right? But yeah, so unwavering strength. So part of the other reason too that I was interested in this one is I've got a lot of other countries that I have secondary battery builds. Now I can use her base trait for an inspiration, right? But Franz von Hipper is a must for secondary battery builds. And then Hans Geisler would be the one that I would replace as for if it's another country, I'm going to put Azure Lane Bismarck there where I have Hans Geisler instead, right? So we would get this unwavering strength as an inspiration. But of course you can't do that here because this is the commander, right? That's our base trait, right? So good day's work. I picked this one, but obviously this first row, you pick whatever you want. And then, yeah, if you're doing secondary battery build, the Porcupine here is a must. And then the third row down, of course, this is the trait that is this one's going to be the one that's unique to her, right? So this I can't say the word, so I'm not going to try. But yeah, incoming damage from projectiles while secondary battery is aiming or firing, right? And then this is the one I'm always torn on for these builds. Properly meticulous. It gives you that extra secondary battery reload time. Plus, it boosts the duration of your secondary battery like consumable, right? But I went with the Master Mechanic, just gives you the extra heal. And then if you do want to go all out, brawler, solo, YOLO, push into the zone builds, you pick running with scissors, right? But I went with will to rebuild. And I'm pretty close. I only need a couple more insignias to be able to get her up to 16. The legendary rank at rank 4 will be the challenging one, right? But yes, thank you guys so much for watching the video all the way through. If you enjoyed the video, push the like button. If not, then don't do that, because that would just be silly. That's silly, guys. But yes, I am doing War of the Warships videos every single day, so make sure to follow the channel, right? And we'll see you guys tomorrow.